Hi, I'm Mark and welcome to Mark, my astrology channel. If you're a subscriber, then thank you very much. If not, I'd appreciate if you wouldn't mind hitting the button at the end of the video. April starts with the new moon, and this new moon is in Aries. It's the first new moon of the astrological year, and it's about taking the initiative. The Aries side of you is a time to develop that inquisitive mind and that spontaneity that comes with Aries. Now it's in the fourth house for you, which is going to focus on the home and family for part of this time. Now, the influence of this new moon will work for approximately 2 weeks, and then we'll have the full moon, which is in your 10th house of career, and then that will take precedence. But for the time being, it's time to work on yourself. The fourth house is about self-development. It's about listening to your inner feelings and paying heed to them. It's about reconciling your past, and this new moon is conjunct to Chiron, so this is a good time to overcome any past hurts or wounds that have stayed with you, and to go forward and overcome these. Also, it's conjunct Mercury, so Mercury will bring added form of communication, so you'll be able to talk about things and get things out in the open. But for the big part, the new moon in the fourth house is about forward planning. It's about thinking and understanding what your needs are, what your support is, so you can move forward into the future. Other aspects on the first involve Saturn. There's a conjunction between Juno and Saturn, and this is in your second house of finances. So this is always a signal of a commitment that needs to be made. So there's some financial commitment that you need to make, either to yourself or to someone going forward. And then Saturn is also square the moon's nose, forming a T-square. So there's a balancing act to be done here. This is between the 5th and the 11th house. This is a balancing of freedom and closeness, of your needs as opposed to the needs of others, of maybe friends and colleagues and work associates. Now also with the 5th house being highlighted by the moon's north node, this is the way forward. So over the year you'll find that creative expression is the way forward. This will open doors for you, this will help you, and any chance you get to use your creativity will be fantastic. Now Neptune on the 1st makes a positive aspect to the moon's north node, so this could be a time when someone comes along and actually helps you along the way, points you in the right direction. This could be someone who's a very creative person, or could be someone who's quite spiritual, and you take notice of them and you need to learn from them, because this will help you. There may be a few difficulties on the 4th because we've just said we have Saturn in your second house, which is good because you can organise and structure your financial plan and budgets in a good way. But Mars comes up to Saturn on the 4th, right up behind him, and pushing and pushing and pushing. Mars has been enthused with this new moon in Aries and wants to get on and do things, but you need to just back him down a bit, because he can make quick decisions which maybe aren't good at this moment in time. It's best to hang fire, channel any excess energy into some worthwhile project, and allow Mars to pass past Saturn before you make any important decisions. We also have another aspect on that day. This is a positive one from Jupiter to the moon's north node. We spoke about Neptune making a positive aspect to the moon's north node. So Jupiter's there, and this lasts for 8 days, so this will oversee the Mars aspect. And Jupiter again with the node will bring influential people into your life, maybe business people. It's in the 3rd house, of business and commerce may be involved here. So this will probably help you with your financial situation as well. And with that north node, there's always a door that can open, so be ready for that. On the 7th we have the big event of the astrological year. This is the coming together of Jupiter and Neptune. Now they both have a vested interest in Pisces, because Neptune's the ruler and Jupiter is the co-ruler. And the last time they met in Pisces was a long time ago. It was 1856, and this was a memorable year. There was no fewer than 4 Nobel Prize winners born in that year, and other famous people as well, like George Bernard Shaw, Tesla, to name just a few, and Sigmund Freud as well. The sort of people born with this aspect can have a big impact on our lives. Now, the other thing here is that we have a great deal of artistic activity and a great deal of inventive and imaginative things going on. Now there's a chance there's going to be a quiet revolution. It's not going to be like the Uranus over the last few years where there's a lot of rebellion. This is a quiet revolution. This can be all down to this Neptune-Jupiter conjunction. This is a time when the spiritual side will come in, the creative side will come in. If you're a creator, then this is going to be a fantastic year for you. And for you Capricorns, this is happening in your 3rd house. So this is the house of the mind. So this will bring incredible imagination to you. Some great ideas will come out of this. And it'll be an ideal year to take a course of study in something that is artistic or creative. And this will be fantastic for you to learn. And also with Jupiter in this area, there's going to be opportunities come forward. Now, with this cultural revolution that's going on, we'll see great inroads made into art and music. In fact, in 1856, it was the emergence of the blues music scene. So things akin to that will start to appear as this aspect takes grip. Now, you have 11 days of it being critical, but the influence will last for a lot of the year. Between the 7th and the 10th is a good time to fulfill any obligations or responsibilities around home, because Mercury's moving through that area of the chart and making 4 aspects in these 3 days. The other aspects will involve Pluto and the Black Moon, so it's a good time to speak your mind, bring things out in the open, but keep an open mind yourself and don't force your ideas or opinions on other people. Another excellent day for organisation and using your skills wisely, as the Sun makes a positive aspect with Saturn. Now, Saturn in the 2nd house means you can do budgeting, you can do your finances and set things going so that you know you're very organised going forward. And on the 14th is another one of those Mars days to just step back and chill out, because Mars is making an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith, but they're both at 29 degrees, so they're what we call anoretic. This means they've lost their strength, they've lost their way a bit. They can't wait to get into the new sign, so they're not really using their energy in the best way. So it's best not to make any decisions on this day. On the 16th we have our full moon. Now the full moon is in Libra, so it's about getting balance in life. It's about balancing your needs with the needs of others, and home with work, and just try and get everything in equilibrium. And it's in your 10th house, as we mentioned earlier, so the career will be focused here, your destiny will be in focus, and also it may be a time when you might be thrust into the limelight, so you have to be ready to take charge or to take an opportunity if it comes up, and be flexible so you can change direction as well. Don't keep your plans too rigid. You can look forward to a fun day on Sunday the 17th, because there's a conjunction between Mercury and Uranus in your 5th house creativity, so ideas will be coming up. And also you've got this conjunction aspected positively by Venus, so you've got the artistic creative side as well, and the social side coming in. So it'll be a great day to spend with friends and just discussing things and generally having a great time. And if you want to involve yourself in something artistic or creative, then that's even better. Then the following day we have a difficult one, because it's another one of those where the Sun is anoretic, is at 29 degrees, is very much weakened and is about to go into Taurus, but it's there's like a weakness and confusion when it's at 29 degrees, and it's also with Pluto, who's almost at 29 degrees as well. So again, not another day that you should be making decisions, and it's a day when you can be easily drawn into power struggles, so best to avoid. On the 20th we have the Sun now in Taurus, and immediately makes a positive aspect to the Black Moon, who's just moved into Cancer. So these two now are at a very early degree and are very powerful. This is more like it for the Sun. He likes to be in a position of power. He's in that 5th house now of creativity. This is the house ruled by the Sun. This is the house of Leo. So he's full of himself. And with this aspect, is a day when you'll be up for a little bit of flirting. You'll be full of charisma and charm, and you'll be able to charm anyone you meet. And on the 21st, there's more good news where relationships are concerned, because Juno moves into Pisces, and in Pisces it's a time when you can really find that there's a dream partner out there. Just be careful though, because it may just be a dream, so keep your feet firmly on the ground. But there's a chance of a soul union, which is very creative, and it could be a meeting of minds, because Juno's in that 3rd house. Between the 23rd and the 27th we may have an opportunity, a chance to change direction slightly, go in a different path. This will depend on how you focus your mind though, because we have Mercury making a conjunction with the North Node in the 5th house of creativity. So you need to use your mind to think creatively. You need to use the law of attraction to manifest your desires. Because we have not only this aspect, but we have Venus conjuncting Neptune. And this is again a fantastic aspect for bringing your desires through. And these two make a positive aspect to each other. So this is a chance to really help things along the way by using your attitude. People could come along and help you. They could appear out of nowhere and just suddenly, it could be a soulmate, but they may not be a partner, maybe a friend or a colleague, just someone maybe you pass in the street and just tells you something or points you in the right direction, gives you a clue as to what this change of direction could be. Then on the 29th we have even more good news, because we have Jupiter making a positive aspect to Pluto, who's in your 1st house. Now this will empower you. You will feel immense. This is a very good aspect. It lasts for 8 days. Jupiter enlarges everything, and with Pluto in that 1st house it will enlarge your confidence. And again you'll be able to make certain changes because you'll feel confident. And you'll feel happy with who you are, so you'll be more than happy to make these changes when the opportunities present themselves. On the 30th we have our 2nd new moon of April. Now this doesn't bear any astrological significance because it's in a different sign, but in days gone by the pagans used to say that this was a special new moon. This was called the Black Moon, and it was good for doing rituals and casting spells. Now, for you, it's a time of great passion, whether it's for an individual or whether it's for a creative project. You'll have great passion stirred up inside you. It's also conjunct Uranus, so anything could happen. Expect the unexpected with this one. And also, it's an eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse, so there is a lot that's going to be going on. Now, eclipse is a wild card, so with Uranus in that position as well, you could really have a wild time. But this eclipse is associated with the Saros 6 North series, and quite often there are some issues to do with authority figures. It may be that you come up against an authority figure, or that you are the authority figure and you have to take authority figures. Also, there are things with this eclipse that make you take control. It may be that someone else is ill or something happens and you are forced to take control of either a situation or a role. So this is a very, very busy new moon, and with this eclipse there is no doubt about it that there'll be a time to fasten your seatbelt, because this is going to be a fast ride. I hope you've enjoyed the April review. If you have, please subscribe, and if you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.